holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned
Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Ho, ho, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh, by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year.
Have a holly jolly Christmas, and when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Ho, ho, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh, by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Man, it doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought me some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I'll hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. And the fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow and snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I'll hate going out in the storm. But if you really grab me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. Oh, the fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney.
Farr & Company general contractors take pride in becoming part of a community with the structures we build. The schools, churches, offices, and shops help to define the quality of life where they stand and serve as a testament to our construction philosophy. Farr & Company general contractors are proud to support Texas Tech Public Media and would like to wish you and your family a happy holiday season. More information is available at farrandcompany.com.
Tech the Halls live from the campus of Texas Tech University. It is the 57th annual Carol of Lights, the most beautiful and honored tradition here at Texas Tech University, right here in Lubbock, Texas, and across the world as we're streaming live on the internet, also right out here on Channel 5 in Lubbock. Robert Giovanetti alongside of Lacey Nobles. Lacey, just a great night again. Second year in a row we've done this here and streaming across the world so all of our tech family can watch and enjoy the Carol of Lights, and always a great time. And again, I know excitement already building tonight.
Oh, yes, we are surrounded by about 20,000 of our closest Red Raider family and friends, and no telling how many more across the world, because we are going to be streaming live, and the hashtag is TTUCOL. Tweet to us. Maybe we'll give you a shout out.
And we'll see those tweets going across the bottom of the screen later. Last year we were all over the place. We were seeing just tweets from everywhere. And then a little bit later we'll have Allison Matherly, who kind of the think tank behind this whole thing, right? She'll come out and talk to us a little bit about what we're doing socially and how you can watch this and view this and interact with your fellow Red Raiders. And we've got some other really fun stories tonight. We've got a couple that came a pretty long distance just to be here.
Just for date night. They got on a plane just to come to Carol of Lights for a date, but I won't tell you from where. We'll get back to that.
He's making us all look bad, right? All
I
the
know.
other men look
That's
bad.
right.
He brings us, that's
That's
a pretty
right.
good date
Need
night.
to up your game, man.
When you bring them all the way, bring your date all the way here from a pretty long distance just to watch the Carol of Lights, and also both Texas Tech graduates. We're going to hear from the president as well. And then we've got a few other tricks up our
Further
sleeve, don't we?
stories from students and staff around campus about their favorite memories and what Carol of Lights means to them.
And, you know, Catherine Hayhoe, who is maybe one of the most famous people now there is, right? Scientist, climatologist, renowned, social or climate change expert. We're making her happy tonight, too, because all these lights, we talked about it, 25,000 plus lights, LED, we're
right.
green. We're going green here at Carol of
And
Lights.
it happened a year before schedule. Texas Tech was going to do it this year, but actually they surprised everybody and had all lights, all LED last year, a year early. And they are 87% more efficient. It saves about $800 in utility bills every year.
Fantastic. How about the little dropping some facts on us early in the program?
A little nugget.
So hopefully that those of you watching here in Lubbock, it's a beautiful night. The weather's kind of cool, so it's perfect for holidays and makes you kind of get you in the Christmas spirit. Hopefully you'll come out. If you're here in town, you got plenty of time to get down here and enjoy this. And you can see already some of the glow sticks that people are wearing and carrying around here tonight. But also, again, we want you to tweet and share where you are and where you're watching this. Again, so many people talk about when you look and you talk to alums and hear from alums, you say, what was your favorite part of being at Texas Tech? Almost always the answer is Carol of Lights, or it's in the top 2 or 3.
It really is a special time at Tech and across the Lubbock community because it really kicks off the holiday feeling, the holiday spirit, the season. It doesn't really start until you have the Carol of Lights.
Got to have the Carol of Lights. And if you're here, also Raider Red will be leading the way. And that's
right.
Raider Red speaks holidays, doesn't it?
Oh, yes. And the masked rider with the special Christmas light cape. Always my favorite.
It's really a great time, and again, the crowd's already kind of forming here in the Science Key, and hopefully we'll have a great turnout. The weather really has helped us out a lot tonight, and again, we had a little sneak peek earlier of the lights, and it looked great.
It looked great, but it was just a sneak peek. They had to turn them off really quick before everybody really got too excited, but it's coming.
Yeah, yes, and I think the people who were here were going, wow, oh, wait a minute.
Oh.
Yes, it just got a little taste of it, and then it got taken away. So when you think back of last year, and how many Carol Lights is this for you? You're still a pretty young lady.
Well, I was a student here. I would say this is about my 8th throughout the years, and it's something, even though you know it's going to happen, it's magical every single time. And just seeing everybody and everybody's faces, and it's so exciting.
Well, you mentioned that a lot of people really love the Carol of Lights. I think you were able to go to the Student Union building, right, and talk to some of the faculty, staff, students here on campus to get some of their favorite memories, some of their thoughts on the Carol of Lights. Let's take a look at that now.
I'll be home for Christmas.
It had started a few years earlier, I think, with kind of an informal, impromptu gathering around the circle out there. It's become a major Texas Tech tradition, in my opinion. You know, it's my wife and I have never missed one. It got to be very special, and gosh, we've been out there when it's been fairly mild for that time of December, and then we've been out there when it was bitter cold. I think to a lot of people, it's the way they start the Christmas season. You know, it's the appropriate kickoff to the Christmas season.
3 years ago when the event was on a Wednesday, and it was a blessing that it was on a Wednesday because my mom happened to be in town, and so she got to experience it, and so she's gotten to know Texas Tech more and more since I've been here, and so she comes and that she's had that be a part of her traditions. Many years ago I had one of my students propose to another student at Carol of Lights, and just 2 different trombone players, one proposed, the other thankfully said yes, and they're happily married and living down in the Houston area. And so I think that happens quite a bit. I've seen proposals happen over the time I've been here.
We were getting serious. I thought, you know, this would be a great opportunity to invite her to go with me. I was student body president at the time, and to invite her to the Carol of Lights ceremony and propose at that time. I didn't think she'd be expecting it. You know, like many traditions, it has created a special significance for us, and we've taken our children back to share with them that special occasion and let them know how their family got started. To be able to kind of have a memory together as we started our our marriage was significant to have Texas Tech involved in that. This is the kind of tradition that reminds us all that we are a family. As big as we are at Texas Tech, we are still a family, and they can come together with their family here in Lubbock, and they can sing the wonderful Christmas songs. They can gather together with friends. I think that's really what it means to me, even as an alumni, and I think for students and others that participate in the event.
Hi, and I'm here with Jen and Daryl Jordan, who are having a date night here at Carol of Lights, but that's not the big deal. The big deal is that Daryl flew him and his wife here from Kentucky for their date night at Carol of Lights. So tell me what made y'all want to come down here on a Tuesday for your date night?
Well, we're both Tech grads. We were here in the 90s, and I actually, in my 4 years at Tech, never attended a Carol of Lights.
Oh my gosh. So do you have any preconceived notions of what's going to happen tonight?
I did watch it online last year, so I have a little bit of an expectation, but I think being here live will be a completely different experience.
That's good. Now, why did you miss your senior year? You tell me about this.
So my last year, I kind of came to Tech with my nose in my books for 4 years. And my last year, I was like, I have to go to Carol of Lights. I haven't done it yet. And I had just recently met this cute boy named Daryl. And I had a date to the Carol of Lights, but this boy named Daryl was flying to Dallas, Texas to play a gig. He played sax, and he invited me to come to that gig in Dallas. And so I kind of ditched my Carol of Lights date and flew to Dallas instead and watched him, and 15 years and 3 kids later, here we are.
Oh, it's perfect. Now, how did you tell her that she was coming here for the Carol of Lights?
Did it on her birthday, completely not expecting it, and just made it very low-key, and she read a letter. I remember her saying, it's not a card, it's a letter, and after reading the letter, she found that she was going to be coming to this event, so we're really glad to be here.
Oh, I'm so glad y'all are here, and I'm so glad that you'll finally, as a Red Raider, get to have all the traditions.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm so glad the weather worked out for y'all to get here. And, hey, good, happy weather back to Kentucky. Where in Kentucky?
Lexington, Kentucky.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank y'all so much.
Hey,
I'm so glad y'all are here. We're going to send it right to break.
Farr & Company general contractors take pride in becoming part of a community with the structures we build. The schools, churches, offices, and shops help to define the quality of life where they stand and serve as a testament to our construction philosophy. Farr & Company general contractors are proud to support Texas Tech Public Media and would like to wish you and your family a happy holiday season. More information is available at farrandcompany.com.
This is Texas Tech University.
Welcome back to the 57th annual Carol of Lights on the beautiful campus of Texas Tech University. We are very excited, just about an hour away from turning the lights on and culminating the great night, beautiful night, and really the start of the holiday season here on the campus of Texas Tech. Got Dead Day on Thursday, final start on Friday, so last chance for the students to get out and have some fun, and before they have to hit the books hard for studying. Robert Giovanetti here with Lacey Nobles, and great story before this, and again, we talked about this, come all the way from Kentucky for this, really setting the bar high for men and husbands and boyfriends everywhere.
Yes, 2 Red Raiders, but his wife Jen had never been to a Carol of Lights. So for her birthday, he told her in October that he was sending her and him on a trip to see the Carol of Lights, and the weather couldn't be more perfect for them to get down here and to take in on this big Red Raider tradition.
Lacey, one of the things we always talk about is, hey, this is getting bigger and better year after year. You've got a little fun fact for us about how this whole thing really got started.
Well, it started in around 1947, and 2 students, they climbed the administration building, the West Tower, and they had their own personal sound system. I don't know what that would be in 1947. Not an iPod or anything like that. And they hung a string of lights, and they played some carols and such. But the real celebration like we know now didn't really start until 1959. And that is when Harold Hinn, he provided funds to cover the Science Squad with lights, strings of lights like the ones we have now. But he did it when the students were already at break, so no one really got to partake in anything. So it was actually called the Christmas Sing at the time.
Right.
But it just got bigger and better over the years, and they moved it to where students could partake in it, and that's when we have now the 57th Annual Carol of Lights.
And just like anything, it just has to have some kind of a beginning. Chancellor Ken Hance, Chancellor Emeritus, always says, dream no little dream, and that's a good start, right? You say, hey, I'm going to start off with a little string of lights and maybe some cans, and it leads to what you're seeing now. You're looking at some of the video now of what it takes to build the tree out there by the seal, and just some of the very, those of us who work on campus get to see this. It starts sometime in the fall. All of a sudden you see these guys out here working every day to get the lights on, get the tree up, and get all of this ready for what culminates, well, I say culminates tonight. It's really the debut tonight, and then all throughout December and into January, people can drive through and enjoy the lights and enjoy the tree and everything else. Just part of for a lot of people, part of their Christmas tradition.
Well, workers started putting up lights in September, and I was with them putting up the tree last year. It is a major event. There are so many pieces, and we actually watched them load the truck up, put the tree up. It takes a crew of about 12 men. It's a full solid day. So these guys start putting lights up in September and work all the way through until Thanksgiving, getting all the pieces. So it all comes down to one magical moment tonight.
We mentioned this earlier, just a little bit a while ago. We had a little tease. The lights went on for just a minute, and then when turned off, so everyone got just a little look at what happened. Just like earlier, I said, hey, we're about to see the story about the memories. Actually, that's going to happen now. Let's look at some of people's favorite memories here of the Carol of Lights.
Hi, I'm Kara Vandergriff. With the 57th Carol of Lights approaching, we decided to talk to Texas Tech students and faculty about what the Carol of Lights means to them, as well as why it's everyone's favorite Texas Tech tradition.
My favorite part about Carol of Lights is actually really lame. It's like waiting with all of my friends for the lights to turn on because we're all normally snuggled up with our hot chocolate and coffee.
My favorite part was when the lights went completely dark and then all of the buildings lit up at the same time. I thought that was amazing.
Right before they turn them on, that's probably that anticipation waiting for, you stand in the dark waiting for the lights to be illuminated.
There's a lot of anticipation for it, and it's a really beautiful moment that gets people in the holiday spirit.
My favorite Carol of Lights memory has to be from my freshman year, I think, because it was new.
Just being there for the first time and not really knowing what to expect. I love how cold it is. I know that sounds crazy, but I think one year it was pretty warm and it just didn't feel like Carol of Lights. There's something about everyone just kind of being freezing and kind of sharing in the misery of being cold because we're all waiting for that one amazing moment when all the lights turn on.
As it gets everyone into the Christmas spirit, I think, because practically everyone goes, not just students, but alumni and people from around Lubbock.
A lot of people who travel near and wide, they come here just to see us light up our campus.
The community aspect, I've always been about the community here at Texas Tech, and it's not just students that go, it's alumni.
Brings out faculty and staff, brings out community of Lubbock, people from surrounding areas. It's just kind of one big event.
To enjoy the holidays together as a Red Raider family.
So we talked all night about you can join us social media wise. We are now with the person we promised this earlier, Allison Matherly, who is the, tell me again your title.
Coordinator of Digital Engagement.
It's not that hard. Coordinator of Digital Media. So, Allison, tell us what's happening right now.
We also have Ty Vaughn, who's excited to watch his Saddle Tramps tonight from Chicago. He's a proud alum, he says in his hashtag. People watching from East Dallas, Austin, Morgan Pretty, who's sad that she's not here for the first time in 5 years, but she's glad she can watch it from Austin.
Well, we're sad she's not here also, but I'm glad she's joining us remotely, as she is.
Yeah, Janelle Peters watching from Plano. So people all over Texas, but then Atlanta, we have Elizabeth Sisney, and Duskin Hill, who is excited to be watching with his family.
Well, we had Jim Douglas on with us last year from the Alumni Association, and he talked about a lot of the chapters, especially the ones in Texas, will have watch parties and just try to enjoy it and get together because, again, so many people, this is such a great tradition for them. And we're seeing some of this reflected through social media.
We are. We also have a whole bunch of people who told us their favorite memories of the Carol of Lights.
Okay.
We have Courtney Mellinger, who remembers getting engaged after the Carol of Lights to her college sweetheart. He was a member of the Army ROTC, and he's now a captain in the United States Army, currently serving. And Courtney was a communications major and is now a college professor, but needless to say, Carol of Lights is a very special tradition to them.
And so people can go online again, and what hashtag should they use to share?
Hashtag TTUCOL.
Okay.
Tell us where you're from, where you're watching from, or what your favorite memory is. Just tell us all about Carol of Lights and what you love about it.
Okay, there's already quite a great crowd already gathering here, getting ready for this, which will start in just a few minutes. Our Peyton Nicole is out there amongst them. Let's go to her now.
Thanks, guys. I am here with a alumni from Texas Tech, Phil, and his daughter, Brinley. So, Phil, how long have you and your family been coming to the Carol of Lights?
This is our 5th straight year.
Wow, that's a long time. Do you have maybe a favorite memory?
I'd say now that both kids are old enough to remember it, I think that's what makes it special. Them looking forward to it as the months go on, that's what makes it special.
Awesome. Did you come whenever you went to Texas Tech?
Yes, my wife and I both did, and we're both alumni. We graduated in 2004, and we did come when we were students.
Awesome. So, Brinley, do you have a favorite part about the Carol of Lights?
The lights.
You like the lights? Do you listen to the music or anything like that?
Yeah, we love the Christmas carols.
Awesome. Well, I hope you guys have a fantastic night. It's going to be a magical night, one to remember. And back to Robert and Lacey in the studio.
All right, thank you, Peyton Nicole. Nice job. And again, great to see the kids and the families out here enjoying tonight. And it's just a great night, beautiful weather. When we come back, we will actually have a Skype session with some of our Red Raider alums and how they are enjoying tonight. You are watching the 57th Annual Carol of Lights.
Thank you for joining us on this very special night as we bring to you the Carol of Lights live from the campus of Texas Tech University. This is one of the most beloved traditions of the Red Raider family, and we are proud to help broadcast it and stream it live to the thousands of alumni watching here in Lubbock or online across the globe. You can help support productions like this, celebrating our shared history and heritage on the South Plains, by picking up the phone and dialing the number on your screen, or by going to kttz.org and making a donation to Texas Tech Public Television right now. We rely on viewers like you, giving anywhere from $10 to $50 or $100 to help support our mission to educate, innovate, and inspire our viewers with programming and events that celebrate the people of the South Plains. Go to kttz.org and give now. Thank you.
You're watching the 57th Annual Carol of Lights. I'm Robert Giovanetti, now joined by Texas Tech President Dwayne Nellis. President Nellis, what number is this for you now here in
This
your
is
tenure?
my third opportunity to see the Carol of Lights. It's a great celebration.
You know, you and Ruthie are such great members of our community. We see you all over at every event, and you really are involved in the arts and sports and everything else. But this is a night that kind of combines everything, right? Tradition and everything else.
It's really something very special for the Red Raider family. It kind of brings us all together, launches the holiday season, gives us an opportunity to reflect on the year, but also to reflect fondly on family, and particularly the Red Raider family.
When you got here and as you learned traditions and the things that we do here at Texas Tech, what did you think of this when you heard about this? Did you think, hey, this is kind of a unique deal?
It is unique, and it's spectacular. You know, I was near Kansas City, and they used to have a huge light up with the area in Kansas City, but nothing like what we see here. To go from complete darkness to what we have here, and then the traditions with the saddle tramps and the masked rider and all the carols and the beautiful music, and just a really wonderful part of the year.
Do you have a favorite part of the night? I know a lot of things stay the same year to year. Is there a part that really kind of warms your heart?
Well, you know, when I see the masked rider coming in, that's so neat, all lit up, the cape all lit up, and to see all of that. But when they hit the switch and all those lights go on, I know it's a really, truly extraordinary time of the year, and it makes our campus look even more beautiful than it already is.
All right, President Ellis, well, thank you so much for stopping by. I know you've got a busy schedule tonight. You're going to be over there on the stage just in not too much longer and welcoming the crowd, but thank you for spending some time with us here tonight.
Thank you, Robert. I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you all.
That's President.
Happy holidays.
And happy holidays from the President. Let's go back on the street out there and amongst the crowd. Let's go back to Peyton Nicole.
Thanks, guys. I'm with me tonight.
For asking. Place to be. It's so exciting. One of our favorite holiday things to do.
Are you a Texas Tech alumni?
Thank you to Peyton Nicole.
Hey. Okay, Robert, let me tell you. Now, everybody knows the trombone choir plays the Christmas fanfare right before the lights come on.
Right.
Well, we actually got to talk to the composer of that piece. He's here tonight. This is the 20th year that they're using his piece, and he was a student here at Tech when he wrote it. Let's hear from Gary Birch.
For Red Raiders in the Lubbock community, it's a familiar and exciting sound. The music that helps usher in the holiday spirit. It's the Christmas fanfare at the annual Carol of Lights celebration. This year, the trombone choir will fill the air with this booming piece for the 20th year. In 1995, Texas Tech music composition and music education major Gary Birch was tasked with writing a trombone piece for the Carol of Lights.
Don Lucas, who was the professor of trombone at the time, asked me to write it for the trombone choir. And I had already written several things for the trombone choir and specifically for him. And so he asked me to write it, and he said, just basically write anything and we'll see if it works. And when he did, I really wanted to write something for the ending when the lights were turned on because there was not any music for that part at the time.
Well, it's an exciting fanfare, and it gets everybody's juices riled up because once people hear those initial notes, they know what's coming. The thing that's really great about that piece is there's a nice gradual build-up of the volume of music, and basically at the apex of the whole piece, when we get to that final chord, which is pretty much the loudest and the most full chord of the whole piece, we cut that chord off, and next thing you know, there are lights all over the university. Magic.
I also played in the trombone choir for that performance, and there was nothing like that. Playing something that I wrote and also getting it heard by 20,000 people, nothing could beat that.
Being a student at the time, Gary never imagined that his composition would serve a pivotal role in such a significant event for as long as it has.
I definitely have to thank Jim Decker and also the Texas Tech Trombone Choir for continuing it for all these years.
So it's really a fabulous tradition, and it just really brings the whole community together in a very special way.
So again, what a great tradition. You're a student here, and now all these years later, you're seeing your work still reflected year in and year out as part of the Carol of
like
Lights.
he said, when we were talking to him, he said there was nothing like hearing his piece of music while being a student and in the trombone choir playing for 20,000 people. And he gets to come back tonight and hear his work again.
As we see some of the tweets that are coming across, again, if you do hashtag TTUCOL.
There is one from North Dakota. We just had in East Texas, from Weatherford, Texas. I know there are people in San Angelo, Texas watching.
Your hometown.
That's right. Had to give a shout out.
Shameless plug.
That's right.
To your hometown. And so just again, if you're out there watching, share it with us, tweet us.
Oh, we got one from Chicago.
TTUCOL, and let us know where you are and what you're doing and how you're enjoying tonight as we get ready to kick off the 57th annual Carol of Lights as we get closer and closer to the procession, which will be started by the Saddle Tramps. We just saw one of those tweets come by where the guy in Chicago said looking forward to seeing the Saddle Tramps as an alum of the Saddle Tramps, and he's looking forward to them getting things kicked off here tonight.
There's another Chicago. We got a big presence up there in Illinois.
And it's just great, again, because the Texas Tech family is such a tight-knit, close group, so it's great to see, no matter where you are, you can enjoy tonight and then kind of share it with your friends across the country as well.
That's right. We have the Gonzalez family watching. Say hi to them.
and your eyesight is much better than mine, so you can be able to see those better than I can. As we get closer here to the start of tonight, I kind of put President Nellis on the spot because I said, what's your favorite tradition? He said, well, I love it all, right? Which is a great presidential answer.
Yes.
Because he said, I love how it lights up the campus. It's already a beautiful campus, makes it even that much more beautiful. But again, it's funny. We've got a lot of people here almost crowding up against us because it's getting to be it's getting to be closer to the time, and you can almost sense a little bit of excitement as we get this thing started.
You can feel it, and I can hear little kids getting excited with the glow necklaces on, and they know that it's building. You can feel it.
Yeah,
it's electric.
And I think when you think about this being its 57th year, and we saw Bill Dean in one of those stories earlier, and he is the first person to ever throw the official switch, right? We've had some different. I know the Burgess guy and the other guy you mentioned in your fun fact, they probably didn't have a switch, right? They just plugged it in somewhere.
Yes, but this, and everyone thinks it's going to be a big ceremonial switch. It's really just like a light switch.
Look, and we saw that last year, just like a little light switch. You turn it on, and then you go. So hope you don't have somebody just stumbles by and says, hey, let me see what this does. So let's go back and hear one more time from Peyton Nicole.
Thank you, guys. I'm here with Kayla, who's a current freshman at Texas Tech University. Kayla, thank you for being with me.
I'm glad to be here.
Is this your first time at Carol of Lights?
Absolutely, not from here, so yeah.
Okay, what are you expecting for tonight?
I have no idea. I haven't ever been to one, but I'm really excited to see what it looks like.
Perfect. Well, it's going to be a great night.
Thank you, Peyton. And there we've heard from people that have been for 50 some odd years, and here we have a freshman. This is her first ever Carol of Lights, so that's a pretty nice way to wrap up our pre-show here before we get the Carol of Lights started.
That's right. Should be starting any second now. We'll have the saddle tramps coming down with the red flares, and it'll kick it off.
We are ready to get started. Thank you again to President Ellis for joining us. For Peyton Nicole and for Lacey Nobles, I'm Robert Giovanetti. Thank you so much for watching tonight. Enjoy the 57th Annual Carol of Lights.
Farr & Company general contractors take pride in becoming part of a community with the structures we build. The schools, churches, offices, and shops help to define the quality of life where they stand and serve as a testament to our construction philosophy. Farr & Company general contractors are proud to support Texas Tech Public Media and would like to wish you and your family a happy holiday season. More information is available at farrandcompany.com.
Are you seeing this? Whoa! Wow.
This is Texas Tech University. You see the lights are on as we just get started. The music is starting to play. We're waiting on the saddle tramps to appear, but Lacey, as you can see, a lot of people, you can already tell by the crowd and the glow sticks that we've already got a pretty good crowd here showing up tonight.
Oh, yeah, I've seen lots of families. I've seen little kids with their own Christmas lights around their necks.
Again, this is the 57th Annual Carol of Lights as you look at the Science Building here on the Science Quad. And that is where the podium is, where they will have the speakers there, and then also the choirs, and we talked about the trombone piece. All will be played up there at that location, the stage up there by the Science Building, as we prepare, as the Saddle Tramps will lead the procession right down by Memorial Circle, past the seal and Memorial Circle up here to the quad area.
And those multicolored lights behind that wreath are a fantastic backdrop.
Good crowd here tonight. And, I love the fact that, because it is a great event for the community and families, but also I love it when the students come out, because, again, this is something that ties them back to Texas Tech and something that they'll always remember and bring them back, as we saw from the couple earlier, they came all the way from Kentucky tonight. And so when you come out here early on in your college career, it becomes something kind of innate in you to come back and watch this year after year.
That's right. I just saw a tweet from a couple watching their first Carol of Lights as a married couple. So they're starting a tradition for their new family, watching Texas Tech's Carol of Lights.
And you mentioned your family watching San Angelo, my family at home here in Lubbock watching it tonight. So we've got watching from near and far. And again, I think all across, I haven't seen the international text yet, but streaming, and so hopefully some of our Red Raiders abroad will be able to watch as well.
Well, I gotta give a shout out to Patrick Gonzalez, who is watching in the Rio Grande Valley with Rita and the kids.
There's Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They're watching from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as I think we're getting closer now to the Saddle Tramps.
Oh, yeah.
Making their appearance and getting this underway here tonight.
I see the red flares coming down.
57th annual Carol of Lights. We saw that, we heard from a student earlier. Look at that! I got a shout out on the tweet, so I'd love to see that as well. Great also for parents that might not usually get to see their kids. And there is
and we
Raider
have
Red dressed
Raider
as
Red,
Santa.
Santa Claus.
Santa, yes. And he will lead the Saddle Tramps here as part of the procession
It's not
as we
a party
get this thing
unless
underway.
Red Raiders there. Oh, and here comes the Masked Rider with the lit cape. That's my favorite.
And President Ellis mentioned he loved that as well.
And Fearless Champion, Raider Red and the Saddle Tramps with the red flares. Those red flares truly are impressive. On screen, in person, they are very impressive. Bye, y'all. Bye, Jack. Chris was telling us bye. Chris was telling us bye.
Good evening. My name is Jared Fullington, and I am the president of the Residence Halls Association and a member of the 2015 Carol of Lights Committee. Tonight, I have the privilege of ringing in the holiday season with all of you as we deck the halls during the 57th annual Carol of Lights. On behalf of RHA and all of the departments that have worked to bring you this bright tradition, welcome. Carol of Lights began in 1959 with a small group of Residence Hall students singing carols in Memorial Circle and a display of roughly 5,000 lights. Through the years, Carol of Lights has grown into a well-recognized West Texas tradition that brings students, faculty, staff, alumni, and friends together from all across the country to celebrate the holiday and the Red Raider spirit. Tonight is a time for us all to celebrate the season with the important people in our lives, our family, our friends, and our fellow Red Raiders. This evening, as we deck the halls, I hope you will take a moment to truly enjoy the beauty of Carol of Lights, one of our campus's oldest and most loved traditions. Whether you are here on campus with us tonight, are listening from home on KTXT radio, or are one of the thousands of alumni watching the broadcast from afar, on behalf of the Residence Halls Association, We are grateful to have you join us to help kick off the holiday season, and I welcome you to the 57th Annual Carol of Lights. I would now like to invite you to join the combined choirs for the singing of O Come All Ye Faithful. At this time, I would like to introduce someone who works tirelessly to support the students and our many beloved traditions. Whether he's throwing out shirts from the sideline at a football game or meeting with student leaders to drive new initiatives, he's certainly a true Red Raider. Please welcome Texas Tech's 16th president, Dr. Dwayne Nellis.
You all having a good time tonight? It's great to be with you, and it's my privilege, and I'm proud to participate in this time-honored tradition here at Texas Tech University. Tonight is a celebration that has gone on for over 50 years, this special Carol of Lights. We celebrate with those who've been here before and those experiencing the Carol of Lights for the first time as well. Let's be excited about the spirit of this festive time of the year and come together as one family, the Texas Tech Red Raider family. The Carol of Lights tradition is one we'll reflect back on fondly and enjoy the evening, the fellowship, the friendship as we kick off the holiday season. Again, it's an honor to be here and be able to be part of this special occasion. Thank you all for your support. Let's also thank the Residence Hall Association and the Carol of Lights Committee for their tremendous work and all that goes into this event. Let's give them a round of applause. Again, thanks to them, thanks to all of you, happy holidays, and wreck 'em Tech.
Thank you for joining us this evening, President Nellis. Now, I would like to introduce tonight's featured soloist. Gerald Dolter has devoted more than 30 years of his life to the musical theater and opera stages. His repertoire includes more than 80 professional operatic roles and more than 25 musical theater portrayals. At Texas Tech, he has directed more than 20 major productions of musicals and operas. As a baritone, he is a National Metropolitan Opera auditions winner. has sung with many of the country's professional opera companies, and has won numerous international vocal performance awards. Please welcome baritone Jared Dolter for the singing of "O Holy Night."
The stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. When Christ was born, oh night, oh holy night, oh night divine. He taught us to love one another. His law is love, and his gospel is peace. Chain shall he break, for the slave is our brother, and in his name all oppression shall cease. Sweet hymns of joy in grateful chorus raise we, let all within us praise his holy name. Christ is the Lord. Oh, praise his name forever. His power and glory evermore proclaim. His power and glory proclaim.
Thank you, Mr. Dolter. That was beautiful. Over the years, Carol of Lights has grown and evolved. While we continue to cherish many of the familiar elements of this event, we also are excited to bring new elements to this tradition. We are proud to announce that as Texas Tech continues growing its sustainability initiatives, we too have gone green. Over the past year, we have completed a transition of our 25,000 lights to be 100% LED. This change is projected to reduce energy consumption by over 80%. We have also expanded our reach to incorporate thousands of alumni across the United States and around the world. Tonight, we are joined virtually by groups like the North Houston and Coastal Bend chapters of the Texas Tech Alumni Association, as well as family members ranging from Dallas to Indiana, Egypt to South Korea, and beyond. Hi, Mom. We are so happy to come together as an always growing global Red Raider family. As we sing this next song, we invite our friends and family from near and far to tweet us pictures or videos of you singing along with this holiday classic. Now, let us once again join the combined choirs in the singing of Deck the Halls. A tradition of this magnitude takes the work of many dedicated individuals and departments. Carol of Lights would not be possible without the help of many different entities. On behalf of the Residence Halls Association, I would like to recognize all the groups that helped make this year's event possible. Derek Loff and the members of Alpha Phi Omega, the Texas Tech Barnes & Noble Bookstore, Chris Ibarra and the members of Chi Rho, Karina Guevara and the High Riders, Hospitality Services and Top Tier Catering, Carolynist Dr. Thomas Hughes, KTTZ Texas Tech Public Media, KTXT Radio, The Masked Rider, McDonald's, Tierra Price and the members of Raiders Helping Others, Raider Red, Jay Crane and the Saddle Tramps, Shannon Sound and Lighting, the Silent Raiders, Student Disability Services, Texas Tech Academic Support and Facilities Resources, the Texas Tech Combined Choirs and Ryan Sullivan, the Texas Tech Electrical Shop, Texas Tech Grounds Maintenance, the Texas Tech School of Music, the Texas Tech Police Department, Tuxedo Junction, Jim Decker and the Texas Tech Trombone Choir, Carolyn Cruz and the Texas Tech Women's Chorale, Transportation and Parking Services, Trumbull Crane, University Student Housing, soloist Gerald Dolter, Paola Hernandez, and the members of the Women's Service Organization. Lastly, I would like to thank the 2015 Carol of Lights Committee for all their hard work and time in planning this event. Alyssa Glover, Samuel Clark, Taylor Winings, Rachel Mellitz, Katie Langston, William Jackson, Iman Smith, Rick Shimka, Jenna Creighton, and Craig Keenert. Once again, thank you to everyone who has contributed to making the 57th Annual Carol of Lights a success. As we reflect on all that we have to be thankful for, it's time to join the combined choirs in the singing of Silent Night.
Silent
Immediately following tonight's Carol of Lights celebration, the Texas Tech School of Music Choirs invite you to attend the annual Carols concert in Himley Recital Hall just behind the Student Union building. If you've never attended, we assure you that you'll leave full of the holiday spirit. Lastly, if you would like to take part of tonight's spirit home with you, stop by the White Tent and Memorial Circle immediately after this ceremony to purchase the official Carol of Lights commemorative shirt. You may also purchase one by visiting or calling the Barnes & Noble bookstore on campus. On behalf of the Residence Halls Association, University Student Housing, and Hospitality Services, thank you for joining us this evening. We hope you will join us next year on Friday, December 2nd for the 58th Annual Carol of Lights celebration. Now, please join the combined choirs one last time as we sing Joy to the World.
So the 57th Annual Carol of Lights is in the books. You can drive through campus all the way through January 1st and come see the lights. So if you're back on campus for anything, come on out and see the beautiful lights. And just another beautiful ceremony. Just a great job, again, done by everyone involved. And again, when the lights come on, it still gets you every time.
I want to give a shout out to the Silent Raiders who do the whole thing, sign language, for the hearing impaired. They have a very important job, and they did wonderful.
All right, well, that is it for us tonight. I want to thank everybody. We had so many people that helped make this possible for us tonight. Our great crew, they've been here working hard. I want to thank Peyton Nicole, who had her debut here with us tonight.
She did great.
And so hopefully everyone has a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, safe New Year. Stay safe all throughout the holiday season. For Lacey Nobles, I'm Robert Giovanetti. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, have a very blessed holiday season.
You know you're the mastermind. Run, run, Rudolph. Randolph ain't too far behind. Run, run.
Farr & Company general contractors take pride in becoming part of a community with the structures we build. The schools, churches, offices, and shops help to define the quality of life where they stand and serve as a testament to our construction philosophy. Farr & Company general contractors are proud to support Texas Tech Public Media and would like to wish you and your family a happy holiday season. More information is available at farrandcompany.com.